All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about something huge, something that's so often overlooked, the link between your workout and your pillow. Because, if you've ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels at the gym, the answer might actually be hiding right there, in your bed.
I mean, does this sound familiar to you? You're hitting the gym, you're putting in the work, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but you're still just drained. And the results, they're just not showing up. It's so frustrating, right? Well, the answer might not be about doing more, but about fixing something else entirely. Okay, so let's start with a number that's kind of shocking. Turns out, poor sleep can literally slash your body's production of growth hormone, that's the key ingredient for muscle repair and growth, by up to a whopping 70%. Yeah, you heard that right. Without quality sleep, all that hard work you put in, it's basically getting undone overnight. And, it doesn't stop there. See, sleep deprivation also messes with the hormones that control your hunger. Big time. The research shows that people who are sleep deprived end up eating on average 300 times more calories a day. So you've got this double whammy, right? Less muscle repair and more calories coming in. It's a recipe for disaster. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just a one-way problem. The whole relationship between how you move and how you sleep, well, it's a super powerful two-way street. And the source material we're looking at puts this perfectly. It calls it a symbiotic relationship. I want you to think of it like this amazing cycle, where when you improve one, you automatically boost the other. It creates this awesome upward spiral of energy and health. So yeah, it's this perfect virtuous cycle. On one side, you got exercise, which creates this natural physical need for deep, restorative sleep. And then on the other side, that quality sleep is exactly what fuels your muscle recovery and your performance. So let's break that down. Let's start with the first part of that equation, how the right kind of movement can set you up for perfect night's rest. So how exactly does this work? Well, for starters, exercise helps get your internal body clock in sync. It also burns off stress hormones like cortisol, which is huge. And get this, it actually increases the amount of time you spend in deep sleep. And that's the really good stuff, the most restorative stage of sleep. And the result of all this? People who are active fall asleep up to 50% faster. 50%! That's a game changer. Okay, so now let's flip it around and look at the other side of the street. Because quality sleep, it is your absolute secret weapon for fitness. It's the time when your body is actually repairing muscle, it's optimizing your metabolism to burn fat, and it's locking in everything you learned during your workout. And just look at these numbers. They're incredible. Proper sleep can slash your injury risk by up to 60%, and it can improve your endurance performance by 30%. Those are not small numbers. Okay, so we get it. They're connected. They're best friends. But what do we do with that information? How do we actually use this? Well, it turns out the most powerful tool you have is timing. When you exercise can be just as important as if you exercise. Seriously. And this all comes down to something called your circadian rhythm. The easiest way to think about it is like your body's internal master clock. It's the thing that's telling you when to feel alert and when it's time to feel sleepy. And doing the right exercise at the right time is one of the absolute best ways to set that clock and just keep it running smoothly. So here's kind of how it breaks down during the day. If you do a morning workout, especially if you can get some natural light, that is fantastic for hitting the reset button on that clock. It's like telling your body, okay, the day has officially started. An afternoon session, that's perfect for fighting off that midday slump. Plus, it sets up this really important drop in your body temperature later on, which is a huge signal for your brain to get sleepy. And then, in the evening, some gentle movement, and I mean gentle, can be amazing for winding down and just calming your whole nervous system. But here is the crucial point. If you only remember one thing about timing from this whole explainer, please make it this golden rule. You have got to avoid that super intense, heart-pumping exercise within about 2 to 3 hours of your bedtime. Why? Because it jacks up your core body temperature and releases hormones that scream wake up, which obviously makes it so much harder to fall asleep. All right, so how do we take all this and actually put it together into a plan that works for you, for your life? It's really all about designing your day to take advantage of this incredible cycle. And it really just comes down to 3 simple steps. First, you got to be honest with yourself about your natural tendencies. Are you a morning lark or a night owl? There's no right answer, just what's right for you. Second, based on that, pick a workout time that actually aligns with your body clock and, your real life schedule. And third, and this is key, try your best to stick with it. That internal clock we talked about, it absolutely thrives on consistency.
And listen, I want to be super clear about this. This is not about flipping your entire life upside down tomorrow. The goal here is progress, not perfection. Nobody's perfect. It's about finding just one small thing, one manageable change that you can actually stick with to get this whole positive feedback loop started. So I'm going to leave you with this question. I want you to forget about overhauling your entire life. Just based on everything we just talked about, what is the one single change you can make? Maybe starting tonight or maybe tomorrow morning to start unlocking this powerful cycle between your fitness and your rest. Just think about that one thing. Thanks for tuning in.